Hey everyone, here's a question. What if you could earn crypto without buying a single ASIC miner? No 500-watt power bill, no coin that you can't cash out, no praying to the mining gods that the network difficulty doesn't spike. That's what DePIN is all about. And after the week I just had with my AE Box 2, I really wanted to go ahead and dig into this for you guys. All right, so let's start from the top because I know some of you guys are hearing the word DePIN and you're like, what is this dude talking about? Well, DePIN stands for Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Networks. And I know that sounds like a mouthful, so let me break it down in plain English. Basically, traditional crypto mining, like what most of us do, we take electricity and run it through a machine. We validate transactions, we solve puzzles on the blockchain, and we earn coins. The network pays us for contributing computing power. That's the model. DePIN is similar, but instead of throwing electricity at the blockchain, we're providing something the real world actually needs. We're taking wireless coverage, storage space, internet bandwidth, AI compute power, GPS data, real physical services built on a decentralized network instead of owned by one company. Think about it this way. Helium, one of the biggest DePIN projects, is basically trying to build a decentralized cell network. Instead of AT&T or Verizon deploying towers, regular people like you and I, we deploy hotspots. And the network pays us in tokens for every device we connect. That's DePIN. You provide infrastructure, you earn crypto, and a lot in some cases. The upfront costs are way lower than running an ASIC. So why would this matter for New York miners in particular like myself? Well, let's see. Now here's why I'm personally paying attention to DePIN right now. And this goes straight back to the AE Box 2 situation that I just uploaded my video a little bit ago. One of the biggest frustrations, and I talked about this in the last video, is the exchange problem. You mine a coin and then you can't actually do anything with it because the exchanges that are listed are either blocked in certain states or they're operating on in a legal gray area. Here's the thing with DePIN projects that's different. The ones I'm going to show you today, most of them have tokens listed on Coinbase and Kraken. These are fully licensed, fully regulated exchanges that actually operate in New York State. So the off-ramp problem, a lot of those projects don't have that problem. That's a big deal for anyone mining or earning crypto in New York State or other states like this. You can actually convert your earnings into something. Imagine that. All right, let's get into some of the actual projects because this is where it gets fun. So the first one, and probably the most established DePIN project out right now, is Helium. And this one's been around since 2019. So this isn't just some new thing that just popped up. This has a real history behind it. What does Helium do? You deploy a Helium hotspot. This is a small device. We're talking the size of a router basically. And you provide low RAN wireless coverage. Think of low RAN as a low power wide area network. It's perfect for IoT devices, sensors, trackers, smart city infrastructure. The network pays you an HNT token based on how much coverage you're providing and how much data your hotspot moves. You're not running an ASIC here. The hotspot itself draws maybe 5 watts of power. Compare that to my AE Box 2 at 530 watts. Like, this is night and day. So there's now a mobile network side to of things where you can deploy CBRS radios to provide actual cellular coverage to Helium mobile users. And here's the part I love for this state. HNT is listed directly on Coinbase. No geo block, no gray area. You earn tokens. You sell them right there. Clean off ramp. Entry point for a basic hotspot is anywhere from $250 to $500 depending on the model you pick. That's less than a lot of ASICs, and you're pulling about 5 watts instead of 500. All right, moving on to number 2, and this one's actually really interesting because the barrier to entry is almost zero. So there's a whole category of DePIN that's built around sharing your existing internet bandwidth. The idea is you've already got internet at home, you're already paying for it. Most of the time, you're not using all of it. So why not let the network use a slice of the bandwidth and earn tokens for it? The Gradient Network is one of these projects in this space that's been generating a lot of buzz. It's basically a browser extension or a background app. You install it, it uses a tiny portion of your bandwidth, and you earn tokens. No special hardware, no power bill impact, just your existing connection. There are others in this space too. The Grass Network, the Dawn Protocol, same general concept. You're monetizing your internet connection that you're already paying for anyway. Now, I want to be real with you guys. The earning on these are not going to replace an ASIC. We're talking supplemental income. But if you're someone who's like, I want to get into earning crypto, but I don't have $1,000 to drop on hardware, this is a legitimate starting point. And in New York, where our electric costs are brutal, earning without adding to the power bill is generally attractive. The tokens for these projects, some of them are still in early stages. So do your own research on off-ramps before you go all in. But the entry cost is literally zero. So your downside is basically nothing. A lot of these different companies like Grass and Gradient, they haven't had their TGEs yet, and that's what we're all waiting for. Some people have made a killing on Grass when they released their last token drop. Might not be a bad thing to look into, people. Okay, number 3. And this one I think is going to hit differently for a lot of you guys, because if you're in this community, there is a good chance you've got a GPU sitting in a PC somewhere. The Render Network. This is a DePIN for GPU rendering. 3D artists, AI developers, animation studios, they need massive amounts of GPU compute. And instead of renting from Amazon Web Services, they can rent their individual GPU from individual GPU holders through the Render Network. And the GPU holders, that's potentially you, earn Render tokens. Now, some of you guys already know I use Salad.com for GPU mining, and Salad is actually DePIN adjacent. It's the same concept. You're providing compute, you're earning tokens. Render takes it further. It's specifically focused on 3D rendering and AI workloads, and Render token has real market depth. It's on Coinbase, it's on Kraken, both of which serve New York State. So again, the off-ramp situation is clean. If you've got an RTX 3080 or better sitting in your gaming PC, you can potentially be earning on it when you're not gaming. That's hardware you already own, already paid for, already have electricity running to it. Now it's working for you in a second way. I'm going to be doing a dedicated video on Render versus Salad with actual profitability data. So make sure you're subscribed so you can catch it when it drops. All right, so I want to go ahead and talk about a couple projects I've been personally exploring and that I've got referral links for in the description. I want to be upfront about that. These are affiliate partnerships. I only work with projects I've actually looked at. So let me tell you what I know. The first one is the WatchX network, right? This watch right here. This is one of these DePINs that I'm still genuinely excited for, even though it's not actually. And what do I mean by it's not live yet? Well, they actually haven't launched their TGE yet. So everything that you're earning is a basic point that's going to get converted over. Now, WatchX has actually pushed back their TGE and the official launch for a little while. And the reason why they're doing that is they want to make sure that the crypto environment is actually more stable. They don't want their project coming out and it tanking right away. That's part of the reason why I like this company. Part of the reason why I'm a big firm believer in the WatchX watch, why I keep using it every day. I do have a tendency to forget to log into the actual app and claim my rewards. But if you do that every day, before you know it, you're going to have a really large amount of points. And as we get closer to the TGE, I'll do another video on it to go ahead and show you what the conversion is going to be between the WatchX points and the actual token when it's finally launched. I do have a referral link in the description down below. If you're interested in checking it out, please use my link. It helps support the channel, which I really appreciate. The second one is actually another company called 375.ai. And this one's actually pretty interesting, and I wanted to show it off in some of the hiking videos that I was doing before, which I am still doing the hiking videos. It's just on a different channel. It takes me a little while to upload on that channel. But let me show you guys really quick on my phone what the 375.ai looks like. It's really cool because basically what it is it's actually a little mapping thing, as you guys can see right here. And once every 2 weeks or so, the epoch ends, and then you get to claim points. And as you can see here, I've got a bunch of points that are claimed. The coin has finally had its official TGE, and I do have points sitting in my Phantom wallet. that are actually currently locked up and staked, so I can earn more. Uh, my initial drop was 914. They call it EAT coins, and they're currently locked up and staked for I think another 3, 4 months. And then when they release, I'll be able to do whatever I want to do with them. Um, right now per coin, it's this value. It's a very small value. And as you can see, it is sort of going in a downward trend right now. But ultimately, it's another DePIN project that doesn't actually require me to have, um, an ASIC miner or something like that. So it's actually really cool. Basically, no upfront cost because all you do is just use it on your cell phone. They do have another segment where you can actually deploy devices, which I'm going to start looking into here shortly to see what exactly it's all about. But it is supposed to help their network as well, and you're supposed to get rewarded in it. So again, there is a link for this one down below as well. And why I wanted to bring them up in the DePIN video specifically is they fit the same philosophy. You're contributing something to a network, whether that's compute, data, something else. The network rewards you. That's DePIN. I'm going to be doing a deeper dive into both of these individually. So if you want to see the actual numbers and profitability breakdowns, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn the bell notification on so you don't miss out on those. Hey, quick one. If you're earning crypto from any of these DePIN projects, make sure it's going somewhere safe. I personally use my Tangent hardware wallet for earning for everything I earn. It's the easiest cold storage solution I've found. It works across multiple chains. And honestly, for someone who's juggling multiple DePIN projects and mining operations, it just simplifies everything. Links in the description. My referral gets you a discount. All right, back to it. Now look, I want to keep it real with you guys because that's kind of what this channel is about, right? DePIN isn't magic money. Let me tell you what the honest picture is. DePIN tokens can be volatile, just like crypto. You earn HNT, the price of HNT drops 40% before you sell. That's the real risk. So you need to think about when and how you're going to be converting your earnings. Your location matters a lot for something like Helium. You need to be in an area with demand and coverage and limited competition from other hotspots. If you're in a rural area of New York, actually there might be a great opportunity because coverage is sparse. Urban New York City might be saturated. You got to check the coverage map before you buy the hardware. If you are looking to buy a Helium mobile hotspot, go to heliumdeploy.com. I don't have a referral link with them. I don't have a discount code. I don't have anything with Helium Deploy at the moment. However, they do have a page on there. When you click on the Helium Deploy or the Helium mobile hotspot, it takes you to another page and it allows you to put your information in to see the coverage area that you have and whether or not you can actually earn tokens. So use all the resources you have to make sure a DePIN like this works for you. And some of these projects, especially the newer bandwidth sharing ones, they're still building towards real revenue. They're not paying you in tokens that have a full market depth yet. That's not automatically bad. You could be early on something big and make a huge killing on it. But go in with realistic expectations and don't bet the farm on it. My take, DePIN makes the most sense as a complement to traditional mining, not a replacement. You've got your core Bitcoin mining operation, whether that's a BitX or a small ASIC, whatever. And then your DePIN projects. They're full of stuff that runs on the side, on hardware you already own, at low or zero additional cost. That's the smart stack in 2026. All right, so if you're watching this and you're like, okay, how do I actually get started with DePIN? Here's what I do in order. Step one, if you've got a GPU you're not fully utilizing, go look at the render network or salad.com. Zero new hardware costs, you're monetizing something you already own. Lowest friction entry point. Step two, check out bandwidth sharing projects. I would say Gradient, but they're sort of in a little holding pattern right now. So I'm going to tell you guys, go check out Grass. I have a link in the description below. That's where I'd start. Install it, let it run for 30 days. You'll see what you're going to be able to earn as far as their potential tokens. Remember, they have another token drop coming soon. If you want to go deeper, research Helium hotspot replacement for your specific location. Use a Helium Explorer. Look at coverage gaps in areas near you. Model out realistic earnings before you spend $400 on hardware. Step 4, keep your cold storage tight. Whatever you earn, get it off exchanges and into a hardware wallet regularly. That's just good practice, regardless of what you're mining and earning. If you want to check out the WatchX network or 375.ai, links are in the description down below. I'll be doing a dedicated breakdown on both of those soon. This is the crypto landscape in 2026, guys. It's not just ASICs anymore. And honestly, as a New York miner dealing with the electricity rates in our regulatory environment, having multiple low-cost earning streams makes a lot more sense. So there you go, guys. DePIN, Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Networks. This is the stuff I'm genuinely excited about going into the rest of 2026. And I wanted to make sure you guys had a full picture of what's out there. Drop a comment down below. Have you guys tried any DePIN projects? Which ones are you running? I'm really curious what you guys think, especially if you are in the New York State or any other state dealing with the same situation I'm in. If you found this useful, like, comment, share, subscribe. I've got a lot more content coming on DePIN projects with real profitability numbers. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on that. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out. Have a great rest of your day.